Listen, if you have not written your wrongs, does that even make sense? Written your wrongs? If you have not right your wrongs, listen, before this shift has come, before this year actually, you know, honestly, the new year is now starting because of spring, but I'm getting that if you didn't right your wrongs back in December of 2024, baby, even November, that was like the start. That's what I hear God saying. Babe, please be prepared for whatever comes to you. Like, please be prepared. I don't know if people just haven't been listening, you know? They haven't been listening to leaders and preachers and prophets. They haven't been listening to their own intuition. God trying to tell them to apologize. God trying to tell them to stop doing something. God trying to tell them to come forth and tell the truth. If you have been neglecting what God has been telling you to do, and you've been out still like doing some crazy corrupt things, please prepare yourself for what you're about to get. Please. Please. Because you're going to want to prepare. You're going to want to prepare. I don't know why people think they could just play with God. I don't know why people think they could play with his angels. I don't know why people think that they can play with anything. The rain, okay? He used the rain to flood the earth. Just why you playing with earth, period? Why are you out here doing things to people, right? And not thinking that you're going to get in trouble for that. When I say this is a karma year, I've been saying it since I've got on this channel. This is a karma year, which means you're getting what you deserve. Everybody on earth, every human is going to get exactly what they deserve in the season. People not getting locked up for no reason. People not losing their jobs and stuff for no reason. People not falling out of relationships and friendships for no reason. God is getting things back in order. If you're of the light and you still have people around you that God does not want around you, he is making changes very swiftly. He's going to get things done for you. You're dragging your feet and he's telling you to move somewhere else or leave a job or do something. He's going to get it done for you. He's going to get it done for you. So when you're trying to figure out why something is not working out, maybe because God doesn't want it to work out. Maybe because he has something else planned for you. You get me? But for some of you who've been out here really scamming, stealing, lying, cheating and stuff, baby, your time is coming. Your time is literally here. Ooh, here go the burps. Oh, God. Come on, God. Oh, God. He just confirmed that. Like, your time is already here. I'm getting that God gave people multiple chances. It's like people didn't realize when God was speaking to them through their intuition, telling them to stop, telling them to change their life. God could have even sent people on their path to warn them to change their life, to stop. And they didn't want to listen. They wanted to put matters in their own hands. These are people that felt like they were on top of the world. Okay, they could have had a lot of money, so they felt like money was power. God is about to show people what true power is. What true power is. And it's literally happening right now. Okay? Some people who've been like shitty friends or whatever, they're being isolated. They're not going to have no real friends anymore. People who've been like a cheater in their relationships and stuff like that, unprovoked, you're about to be just a mad and miserable person. You're never going to experience real love. If you've been scamming and stuff like that, your ass might end up in jail. If you put a hit on someone or killed someone, you're going to get caught. It's like God is putting all the right detectives, lawyers, judges, everything in their position. There were a lot of corrupt leaders taking place. God is switching things up to get things done. We may not understand why certain people is in certain positions, but God do. It ain't nothing being overlooked. Trust. Nothing's being overlooked. So when you see things like, I don't know about y'all, but I've been seeing recently a lot of these rappers and stuff getting caught up with cases and putting hits on people and all this. That's because God has the right people in the positions now. He has the real detectives doing their fucking job. He has real detectives, lawyers, judges who are about character and integrity and not about money, because they understand money is not power. Integrity and character is power. So God has gotten rid of, or is getting rid of, people of the dark who's been keeping corruption going on earth. He's sick of it. It's a reset. There is a reset because we need balance. There's so much evil going on, or that has been going on. God is trying to balance the earth out. So when people reject you or things don't work out and you've been a righteous person, understand that that's for a reason. If you fell out with friends out of nowhere and God don't even have you like wanting to reach back out to these friends or this relationship, lovers, understand that's for a reason. Not everybody can go with you this season, especially if you're being blessed at this time. Okay? Especially if you answered the call and you started to clear out house. A lot of people were sent out or were told that they need a clear house. Some people listened. Some people did not. Some people did not. And they stayed around certain people that was dark, that had them doing a lot of scamming bullshit. And now they're about to go down with those same people. So be grateful and happy that God moved you away from that relationship or that person or that friendship, that job. Okay, there's jobs going to be exposed for like money laundering or just scamming, not really paying people. You get what I'm saying? So God will take you away from something and you might feel sad or hurt because this could be a friend of yours that you've known for years. This could be a job that you thought you really wanted or something you really did want to work at this specific company with these people. God has shaken up a lot of things because they cannot go with you at this season. If you are still attached to these things, it will hold you back. And if God really loves you and really have a big mission and plan for you on earth, he's going to take matters into his own hands and get you away from either these people, jobs, places, and things, or get these people, job, places, and things away from you. Okay? Because things are about to be balanced. All right. The light is about to overpower the darkness, and the darkness is going to feel stupid, foolish, and dumb because one, they did not trust God and they did not trust themselves. God has been trying to speak to these people and warn them and tell them to change their ways. They didn't want to listen. Now the light is about to outweigh the darkness. Now the light is shining so bright on the darkness. The darkness is not being in the dark no more. You're not getting away with secrets, lies, none of that. You will be exposed. God already has the plan of how things will be exposed. I don't know how things will be exposed. I'm not here to tell you that. God has the plan. He knows exactly how he's going to expose people when it's their time. Okay? Divine timing. Just know, if you have not right your wrongs, repented of your sins, started taking the steps to become a better person, to become more disciplined, to become more righteous, just a good person, you right? Being a good person is treating people right. Being a good person is not stealing from someone. It's not covetous energy trying to take. It's not thieving energy. It's not killing energy. Okay? If you have not written these wrong, I don't even think I got to stop saying written. If you have not right these wrongs, please do not be shocked when whatever karma you get comes knocking on your door. Please don't be shocked. Please don't be shocked, because God tried to warn you. Even your family who had God in them, they could have been talking to you to send that warning. Friends who have God in them could have been talking to you to send that warning. Strangers that have God in them could have talked to you to give you that warning. You didn't listen to the warning. You overlooked the warning. You felt like you were empowered because whatever was working. There's a lot of people that had a lot of riches these last couple of years off of the devil. And we all know that the devil cannot satisfy us for the rest of our life. It must end. It's going to run out. And a lot of you, your riches and success that the devil gave you is running out. It's done. Is nothing. He is being locked back up in the pits of hell. It's like God allowed the devil to come out in Rome. He attacked his weakest links. Some people fell for the BS, right? And now the devil is being locked right back up in the pits of hell. So that means everything that is attached to the devil will be gone, has to go. It will be illuminated with the light. It will. Because the devil is not here anymore protecting you, his gremlin or his goblin, whatever you want to call yourself. The devil is locked up. So what you think that means? Now God's light and his angels are out here on earth, baby, exposing and illuminating everything so that they can get you out of the position that you never even deserved to be in. The position you didn't even earn. The position that was stolen from someone else for you. No more. It's no more. It's literally no more. Okay? If you're someone who have decided to change your ways, because we all start off in the darkness. We're all karmic in the beginning. And then we must become non-karmic. No one is Jesus Christ. Okay? No one is just born perfect. Unfortunately, we are karmics. It is our duty to seek God, seek the kingdom of heaven. When you decide you want to change from your bad ways, we all have bad ways. When we decide to take a leap of faith and change from our bad ways, now God can come on in and now God can protect you and bless you. But when you choose not to change from your old ways and you want to still be arrogant, you want to still be prideful, you want to still be greedy, you want to still kill, destroy, and do things to people, baby, your time is done. Believe me when I say your time is done. Tell everybody that I said that. Your time is done. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. It may not happen right now off of this, but baby, this year, you're going to see it. I promise you. Some people are seeing things happening in their life literally in March, right now. And then some people, they're not going to see things happening until June. Some people ain't going to see things happening until August. I'm hearing September and December. But you're going to get it this year. You will. Because God has his angels of the light. God has his children who are humans of the light working overtime right now to speak the truth. God is giving his children so many messages and things to speak, okay? To expose things that we cannot see in the physical, or things that just wasn't around us, so we wasn't able to see it in the physical. God is literally gifting people with the eyes to see in the spirit so that we can expose and tell the truth about certain situations. Some people are going to be wondering, how do you even know what you know? You might even be like, I don't know how I know what I know, but I know what I know is true. And that's God. God is literally sprinkling truth to people who is of the light so that they can make things right. Okay? So you're seeing new judges being put in better positions. You see good judges being put in their right positions. You're seeing good teachers going to be put in their right positions. Principals, okay? everybody that is going to be able to be of help, or how God can use them to be of help. But if they're going to be a complete disgrace, God will not allow it. He will not allow it. But if he see that this is someone that he can work with to do other things to help the world, he will allow it. So again, we might not understand why God has certain people in positions, right? But it's not always up for us to understand. Lean not on our understanding. We're supposed to lean on God's. So with that being said, it's crucial. If you have not repent of your sins within the last 2 years, last year, whatever, couple months, baby, it's crucial that you get on that path now. It's crucial that you get in solitude now. It's crucial that you start your shadow work now and start praying and asking God for forgiveness. But that also means you need to right your wrongs. You cannot be going to God praying for forgiveness when you know you need to confess about something. You cannot be praying to God asking for forgiveness when you know you did something that you're trying to hide. No. No. No, 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 no. You owe someone a serious apology, and God been telling you that you need to go apologize, but you keep crying to God for his forgiveness. It's not happening. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. You have to right your wrongs. People that are being blessed right now are people that actually worked on themselves and who is doing the healing. Either you've already been through a healing journey or you are literally healing yourself right now. You don't have to be healed to be being blessed right now. You can literally be on your healing journey and God will bless you because you took the initiative to seek the kingdom of God. You see, in order for you to heal, you have to seek the kingdom of God. You cannot heal in the devil's presence. You cannot heal in Satan's academy. That's what I'm hearing. Ain't no healing there. They don't take accountability. They don't do the shadow work. Okay, they don't want to face trauma or childhood problems or their sexuality issues. They don't want to face what happened to them when they were younger. People who are being blessed and of the light, we understand that we have to heal our inner child so that we could become the best adults that we need to be. Okay? So some of you have already been through a long healing journey over the couple of years, maybe over this last year, maybe 3 years ago you've been healed. Some of you are literally being healed right now, where you're isolated right now, where God is stripping things from you right now, where God is asking you to make certain sacrifices right now, but it's all going to be for your good. I promise you, you are already blessed this year. I promise you that. Even if you're healing right now, even if you were a little slow to breaking off a relationship that God told you to break off from leaving a job, from leaving a city, leaving a state, whatever it is. It's like when you go through these ascensions, though, you do got to leave things behind. So I'm not just saying leave a job, leave this just to tell you to be out here broke and all that. No, this is just a process, because when you're in that energy of being a karmic, your type is low vibrational. So more than likely the job or people that you're around, relationships that you're in, they're low vibrational. As you ascend, God will give you the right job with the right people to work with. God will bless you with the right friendships. This is why he needs you to let go of those low vibrational friends. God will give you the right partner, but you got to let that stinking ass ex go. It's always a level up. You cannot be your old self entering into a new world. You can't. You can't. You're not going to have the same things in your backpack that you had in the dark that you're going to bring to the light. God is going to stop you at the gate right there and say, okay, you don't need this no more. You don't need this. You don't need this. And I need you to trust me because I'm going to replace it with way more. It's 111 on the clock, y'all. 111. God is like, okay, let me see what you got in this backpack as you're entering into the heaven's gates, right? You're deciding, I want to take this journey into heaven. God is like, okay, empty your bags. Let me see what y'all got. And a lot of you can't take the stuff with you. Some of you, your bag is too full. Some of you is just no way. Some of you coming in with a whole suitcase full-size suitcase, and God is like, I just need you to have a carry-on. So I need you to start getting rid of these things. And some of you, you're like, I don't want to get rid of this. I can't get rid of this. Who am I going to be if I don't have this? And you just got to let it go so you can figure out who you will actually be. You're going to see who you will be. Because God already knows who you can be and who you will be when you let go of this. So you just need to trust him. If you know that God and his angels of the light can see your whole life plan, why wouldn't you trust them and let them guide you to your purpose? Why not? If you know that they know the end result, and they only want to put you on a path of righteousness, they only want to put you on a path where you're blessed, where you're in alignment with your blessings, why wouldn't you let them take the wheel? Why wouldn't you give Jesus full control? Why not? If you know he knows the outcome and he's going to make sure the outcome is a good one because you're following him, why not? That's really the big thing. The first step is surrendering to God and saying, okay, God, I surrender what I wanted for my life. I want you to do what you need me to do for my life. Please do the will that you have for my life. I don't want to do what I want to do or what I think I need to do. God, I want you to lead me to the life that you want for me. You always have planned for me. You always have set forth for me. And when you have that honest conversation where you're surrendering to God's plan, when you're surrendering to Jesus, right? You cannot bring everything with you. People cannot go with you. Like some people you just can't be as close or tight to that you used to. It's no hate or nothing like that, but y'all just can't be coochie crunch best friends. You get what I'm saying? And it's some boundaries that needs to be set. That's it. That's all. So trust me. When I say this, I feel bad for anybody that missed their call because you don't want to go into this whole nother cycle. Oh, there go God. You don't want to go or enter. Some of you, you have no choice. You already entered into another 3 to 7 years cycle of karma. Okay, a famine. All right. Some of you have already entered into that season because you were arrogant, you were prideful, you were having money with whatever you were doing, so you felt like you was on top of the world. And now you're about to go through 3 to 7 years of famine. Because God needs you to understand that he's in charge. He's the God. And you don't have no control or power like you think you do. Okay? And then some of you who have listened, right, and have tried to right their wrongs or just came to God in a repentance heart, right, and want to change from their evil ways. Because again, we all are from the darkness. We grow up karmic. Some of us are just born into karmic as families, and it's up to us to see the light and change things around, right? I don't care if you go to church every week. Your family could still be karmic. Shit, the church that you go to could be karmic. It's up to you to seek a relationship with God, right? And this happens different ages for all of us. Some of us build that relationship and seek God at a younger age. Some of us, it don't happen till we in our 20s, 30s, 40s. It don't matter. This is your path. We're not all the same. The point is, seek him. That's it. I don't care how old you is. Make sure you're seeking God and his kingdom. That's it. Because those who are seeking God and his kingdom for the next 3 to 7 years, you're going to be blessed. You're already blessed. That's what I want you to understand. You're blessed and people are entering into famine, but you're being blessed because you're not out here with covetous energy. You don't want what anybody else has. You want what belongs to you. You want what God has for you because you know what God has for you is great. It's perfect for you. Why do you need anything else that someone else has? That's not for you. That's for them. You're not a hater. You're not jealous. You know, you're not in low vibrational conversations with people, gossiping about people, making up lies with people, building smear campaigns with people. You're not doing that. You're not going with the lie that your friends and neighbors is talking about. You're not a false witness. No, you're not bearing false witness. You don't do that. And this is why you're being blessed. Because God knew your heart and you came with a sincere heart saying, God, please help me. Why my heart so cold? Why do I feel like I can't be loved? Why do I hate everybody because how my mom treat me or how my daddy treat me or my first relationship that I ever been in, they broke my heart. I would never want to love again. When you go to God and say, God, please heal my heart. Open up my heart, God. Help me to forgive so that I can move on for myself, God. Help me to understand what I'm good at, what my talents and gifts are, God, so that I can do a job that I don't look at as a job because I actually enjoy it. This is the conversations that you need to have with God. God, I want to be in a healthy, loving marriage. I didn't see that growing up. I want to be the example, God. Lead me into a healthy marriage. And anything that is not for me, God, please don't send it my way. But if you do send it my way for a lesson, God, help me to get through it. Help me to learn the lesson so that I don't keep repeating the same lessons. But these is things that we have to talk to God about, is because we're all going to go through it. You're going to go through a karmic relationship. You're going to go through a karmic family situation, a karmic friend situation, and we got to pass these lessons. It's the same lessons, but they're just dressed different. Okay, they're just dressed different according to each of our lives, but we're going through the same type of lessons. Okay, some of us go through lessons sooner than others because they're so busy still on that same lesson. They haven't even passed that level yet. And if you're someone, you're passing these levels, you could be younger and you're on a whole different level than other people that's older than you because they're still repeating the same cycles, doing the same thing. They haven't learned the lesson. It's like someone keep repeating 8th grade over and over and over again. They have not graduated 8th grade to go to high school. And I don't care how old they are. They could be 60. You get what I'm saying? So in this time, especially people who have been stealing, okay, especially people who have been partaking in any dark magic. I don't care if you didn't think it was real or not. I don't give a fuck about none of that. People who have been like just harming people for unnecessary reasons, okay? Rapists, sexual assault, all of that, okay? Killers, thieves, you're getting caught. You're getting caught. If God doesn't see your heart and feel like it's a good reason behind what you're doing, you're not getting away with it. You're not. If God cannot understand why you did something, He's not letting you get away with it. If you literally did something to someone unprovoked, or you just stealing or taking from people just to be on top, just to feel like you have control, just to keep somebody in the cold or not knowing what's going on, like you're trying to be sneaky, hiding things, not telling somebody about something, you're going to get caught. You're literally going to get caught. I promise you that. It sucks. It sucks. But we need balance on earth. So I understand why God does what He does, because we do need balance on earth. It's like a reset. It's like every couple of years, God got to do a reset, just to make sure that the scales are balanced. Because if it's way more evil and hate and family and friendships and love relationships, He don't like that. There is no God. When there is evil, there is no God. If there's hate, there is no love. God is love. He don't like that. He's sick of it. And He's been preparing people for this time. He's been trying to warn people from this time. He's been trying to tell people. He's been sending people to tell people. Okay? He's been sending people to give out messages, deliver messages. Some people have been ignoring the messages because they don't like who's giving a message. Clock that. Some people don't take heed to the warnings because they don't like who's the one giving a warning. Or they sizing you up. Or they so busy hating or looking at your appearance that they can't even hear the words that is being spoken by God coming out of your mouth. Catch it, y'all. Clock that. Catch it, catch it. Catch it, baby, catch it. So yeah, it's just a lot going on. And I know some people be like confused maybe about like when we talk about black magic and stuff like that. Baby, I was confused years ago too. But God enlightened me. He enlightened me. And He let me know, no, people really be doing that shit. people that don't be having no business doing it. They be having bad intentions and they go lighting up a candle or they go doing something with some jars, playing a graveyard. I don't even really know, to be honest, because I don't ask God exactly what the rituals and spell work is, because I don't care about that shit. You feel me? I work with the divine himself. I work with God himself. The angels protect me. They work with me. I don't gotta start doing all that extra shit. The most you'll see me doing, I definitely love my incense. I love candles. And I would do that in my own home, in my own space, minding my own business. But it's not to hex nobody, not to look down. I'm doing that for myself. One, I like my house to smell good. Two, is fresh herbs and things that God has given us on earth. So I love things that God has given us. You get what I'm saying? But you would never see me putting the potion, concoction, whatever they call it, together. Nah. I don't need it. I don't need to do that, especially not to gain some type of fake success by putting someone else down, or to hide a secret, or I don't have to do it. But some people, they felt like they did, and they did these things, and they kept doing these things, and they got greedy, and they got hateful, and they got jealous, and they kept going and going and going. Some people told God that they was only doing this one time, and it became over the years type of thing. This became people's normal things. Okay? And now God is like, I've been told this person to stop, or this person said that they was done already. They promised that they were done, and they're still doing it. So yeah, God is going to shake things up so you know exactly that he's talking to you. Some people are walking around, y'all don't even know God is talking to you. And now he's about to really show himself in a way that you can hear him, so that you know for sure that he is talking to you. Yes, you. Yes, I see what you've been doing. I'm talking to you. I've been telling you to stop. You didn't hear me? Oh, but do you hear me now? Do you hear me now? Oh, you hear me now because you locked up. Oh, you hear me now because you're broke. Oh, you hear me now because I took that thing away from you. But God does that to all of us. When you're going through that ascension, God does that to all of us, especially when he's really trying to get your attention and you acting like you're not hearing him. Oh, let me take this away from you just to get your attention real quick, and maybe I'll give it back when you get on board. That's how God is. Okay, when you decide to take the path of righteousness, you might lose some things. Okay, I lost the job. I lost a couple things, bitch. I was fighting a house situation. It was a lot when God was trying to get my attention. I was in that well. Okay, I was in that well like Jonah, because I was running away from some things that God was telling me to do. So he said, all right, let me start stripping you from some things then, so I could get your attention. And baby, he got my full attention. I said, all right, God, I'm here. Okay, God, I hear you. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And let this go. Okay, got it. And leave. Okay, got you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And hallelujah, God has been so good to me ever since. God has been so good. The thing is, God can be good to anybody that listens to him. Y'all don't be wanting to listen to him. That's why people don't be feeling like God is good. That's why people be hating and jealous on the next person, because y'all don't even be listening to God. How you hating on somebody that's listening to God when they believe in God and you barely believe in God? How you hating on what God does for somebody else when you don't even want to believe in him? When you don't even want to welcome him into your life, into your mind, into your body, into your soul? When you don't even want to surrender to his plan, knowing that he's the creator of everything. He's the omega. He's the beginning and the end. Why wouldn't you want to surrender to him? If God is saying, leave this dusty, stupid relationship, this person ain't no good, y'all gonna always be toxic and argue, leave this shit alone. I got something way better for you. Why would you not listen to God? He created all men and women. You think he ain't got no man for you? You think he ain't got no woman for you? Look at confirmation. You think he ain't got no job for you? You at this job, slaving all day, the hardest working there, they're not even paying you right. God telling you to take a leap and let it go. You scared to be broke for a week or two or a month, whatever God want to sit you down for. Not knowing that God will provide for you when you ain't even got that job. But you scared to take the leap whole time. God just needs you to take the leap.
and be on rest for maybe a month, 2 months, so you could get closer to him, get in solitude, so you could start doing the shadow work, thinking about what you actually want to do. Because he has so much bigger for you. He has something else already planned, but he needs you to let something go. We got to learn how to listen. We do. I know God be tired. Okay? I know his angels be tired of us. The angels, you know, they the guarders of earth. I know they be tired of us. Sometimes they probably don't even be wanting to go and report things back to God because they were like, oh, let me try to get this person another chance. Oh my God, let me not even say nothing. Hold on, we going to try again tomorrow. I'm going to do something else. Maybe they get the point. You know, angels really be trying to save us. They be trying to save us. They be trying to save us. You know? So if you have not, if you're not even in the career or in a relationship or friendships that God needs you to be in, he's stripping that away from you. He's going to take those things. He's going to take whatever you are in that he don't want for you out of your life. That's the first step. That's the first step for you to know that God is trying to get your attention and he wants you to be on another path. That's the first step. And usually it's a job. A job will be the first one. A house will be second. Okay? Because the job is going to go. Because now you ain't got no money. You're going to be freaking out because you ain't got no money. And y'all, I know this to be true. Trust me. And I've been through this myself. I see that a lot of people that go through these journeys of ascension go through the same thing as well. Okay? So you're going to lose something. Or God will scare you into thinking that you're going to lose a home to get you on point. Or scare you into losing a job to get you on point. You get what I'm saying? But it is some things he not scaring you. He really wants you to get on point. He really will end that relationship. He's really going to end that friendship. He really will end that job. He really will end that house situation if he needs you to be somewhere else, doing something else, hanging with someone else, fellowshipping with someone else, okay, being fruitful and multiplying with someone else. If God needs you somewhere else, he is literally going to make sure that you get there. Either he's going to let you volunteer yourself to get there, or he's going to snatch it right up. And a lot of times, y'all, if I'm being real, sometimes God just snatches it right up from us because, again, you feeling yourself. You in his job. You getting his money, but you living in the dark. You in relationships and friendships, but you not as loyal as you can be. You know what I'm saying? You can't be really doing wrong, expecting God to do you right. It don't work like that. And some people, y'all ain't gonna want to admit it, that you're in the dark or you was in the dark, but you was. You probably was. You wasn't doing what God really would want you to be, or you didn't have the character that God really would want you to have. You get me? So God gotta go in and tune some things up. Get that greed out of our hearts. Okay, get that jealousy out of our heart. Get the hurt. Because hurt people hurt people. Okay, some of us were really, really hurt. And this is why we hurt others. We wasn't able to accept love. So we hurt others. We pushed them away. Okay, so God definitely have to work with us to bring that love back in. So it's a whole universal thing going on. It's not just me. It's not just you, baby. It's everybody. And like I said, I think it was my last video, I don't know. Soon, this year, it's already been pretty evident with me when I meet people and I talk to them. But it's being very more clear of who is of the darkness and who is of the light. Who's entering a season of famine and who's entering a season of blessings. All right. And if you don't know about Daniel with King Nebuchadnezzar, whatever his name is, Nebuchadnezzar, and I feel like I'm out of breath. God has me up. I'm just pacing back and forth. This seems very serious. This seems like a very serious message. But it's like King Nebuchadnezzar, when he had the dream, okay? And Daniel was the only one to interpret the dream, okay? It's like you might have had a Daniel in your life. Did you listen? Okay, some people didn't want to listen to Daniel. You know, just like King Nebuchadnezzar. He didn't want to listen to he didn't listen to Daniel for real. And what happened? He entered into the wilderness where he was in famine for no, actually, I'm getting two different dreams mixed up, y'all. That was Joseph. That was Joseph that interpreted the dream. Okay, but y'all know Daniel with Nebuchadnezzar when he told him that because of how he was and he was unrighteous and he felt like he was in control and stuff like that, he was going to be in the wilderness and having to hunt like an animal. Okay, the trees would be cut down, no fruits, no herbs, no vegetables growing in it, just a stump. He would have to go searching and hunting and he would live as an animal. But what I was really talking about was Joseph. When Joseph interpreted the dream, right? When he went to the palace and the wise people, they couldn't interpret the dream. So then he called, it's always these little wise people or whatever, they couldn't do it. Listen, everybody ain't wise just because they say they wise. That don't mean that they're really wise. And if they don't serve the true God, where they getting their wisdom from? Okay, clock that. All right, now, so those people could have been wise, but just not in the holy God. Just not in what God was telling them. Listen, people could be wise and knowledgeable in many things. But if God is not directly connected to you where he can talk to you and you can hear him, here go the burp, y'all. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. God is all up in this message. I've never done a message to y'all where I'm like up and pacing and I feel my breath and I'm literally not out of breath. Not out of breath. I'm really not out of shape or nothing. So I'm just like, why am I like this right now? This is a serious message, okay? But it's like, people be wise, but make sure they're wise in the right things, okay? Make sure they're connected to the right God who will give them the true wisdom, all right? So those people, they could have been wise. They were wise in what they knew, but they was not wise in the true God. And this was why Joseph was able to interpret the dream, right? That the king at the time was having. And basically it said that they were going to be in a season of famine and they were going to be in a season of, I forgot the actual word, but I'm just going to say blessings, right? And they were to prepare for the famine season. Okay, so some of you could be, some of the people that is entering into famine, they've already been warned to prepare for famine. You know what I'm saying? Some people were already warned, like, you're about to enter famine. You need to get it together. You're about to go through a season of loss. Okay, your crops ain't going to be growing. You need to get it together. Get it together. Some people didn't listen. But because the king had Joseph, and Joseph told him, and he believed Joseph, he listened to Joseph, he knew that Joseph had the true wisdom from God, they prepared themselves and they were able to help people and give to people because they had so much saved before famine even hit on their land. Okay? Y'all get me? Hope that didn't go over nobody's head. All right? They had so much saved. God told them to prepare because they're about to enter into a season of famine for, 7 years probably? So they was to grow as much as they can, save it, so that when they hit famine, they can sell it and give it to the village and make sure that everybody was able to eat. And this is when Joseph's brothers and them, they were experiencing famine where they were at, and they had to come to Joseph to get crops or whatever like that, right? To eat and stuff. So it's like some of you, people are about to be coming to you for things. Oh, this is a good message here. Some people are literally entering into famine, right? Remember I said again in karma. People don't like the word karma. Cool, let's talk about this then. They entering into a season of famine, of loss. Can't eat, can't do nothing. No providing going on. And some of them are going to have to come to you for assistance and help, okay? And some people, God is going to let them come to you because they're going to see you and they're not even going to recognize that this is you, but you will recognize them. And you're going to remember like, oh, that's the person that said this, this, and this about me. Oh, this the person that had something slick to say when I started that business. Oh, now they want my help. Oh, so cute. Okay? That's what's going to go on, because when Joseph's brothers came back, Joseph was such a new person. Okay? The glow of God was so real that his brothers couldn't even identify who he was. Some of you are being so lifted up and so put up high. Remember, God is clearing out people that don't belong in these positions, and he's putting people in their rightful position. Your position is about to be so high and honorable and worthy that people would never even blink or think that it's you. They would never think that it was you. They would never look twice thinking that it's you, because this position is just so high. They would never think that that is your position. Okay? So they're not even going to notice that is you. Like, you can have a business, right? And you got so much money, and someone is coming to you asking for a loan or to donate or to invest. And this could be a family member of yours. And they're reaching out to your company. And this is a big company. They don't even realize that you're the owner of this company. It's so big, they would never even think that you had anything to do with this company. And now these people are reaching out. You're reading this email, or you're watching a video. Maybe they got to do a submission video with their face, or maybe they got to come in for an interview, and you're watching these people come in, or you're watching this email, you're looking up their page, whatever it is. And you're like, this is my freaking sister, or this is my brother. Oh, that's a cousin. Oh, that's my old friend. And they don't even recognize you. They don't recognize the business name, nothing that's going on, but they need your help. But you will be able to recognize them. God is putting you in a position where people is not going to be able to recognize you, and then they're going to need your help, and you're still going to help them. And then you're going to tell them exactly who it is that helped them. Just like Joseph did. Joseph helped his brothers. And then after he did the little prank to make it seem like they had stole from him, that's when he got them back to the house so that he can tell them, this is Joseph, I'm your brother. So you're going to be led to help these people. And then something may happen where they got to come back to you. And then now you're going to be able to tell them, it's me, and they're going to be shook. They're going to be crying. They're going to be like, oh, please forgive me. Please forgive me. And you're going to be crying. Okay. Joseph cried. He didn't do it in front of them to see. God might have it where you got to keep your composure. People may not know that you're crying or whatever like that. But Joseph definitely cried, because Joseph is not a bad person. He was always a good person. His family was bad. Just because I'm good and they're bad, that don't mean that I don't have feelings and I don't wish that they wasn't bad. It's like Joseph wished that his siblings accepted him, accepted that he had dreams, accepted that he was different. But they didn't. And even though he moved on and became the king that he was, when he saw them and he knew that this was his brothers, it still made him cry. Because he still got a heart. He's still of God. People of God have feelings. People of the devil, they try to hide their feelings. They mask their feelings. They act like they don't have feelings. People of God, no, we have feelings. Okay? We're going to feel things. And yeah, that's how I'm going to end this message, y'all. So you're coming out like Joseph. Okay? I know the beginning was just kind of like, listen, if you ain't got your wrongs together, baby, get out. Baby, listen, you finna. But this is giving me, no, you're coming out like Joseph. Okay? And people are about to come to you for your help. And it's giving me a lot of family vibes, or like really, really close friends. Okay, because it was all Joseph brothers. So it's giving me like the people that's going to be coming towards you for help is family. Or like people like childhood friends, people that would know you from school and stuff like that. That overlooked you and stuff like that. And now they're going to be needing your help, or needing some type of help. Oh, they're going to burst. They're going to be needing some type of help, but they're not going to be knowing that it's actually coming from you. And when they learn that the help has come from you, or you're the one that can help them, oh, Lord, they might have a heart attack. Some of these people, they're going to feel so much guilt. They might have a heart attack. That's how I'm gonna end this message, y'all. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all in my next video. Bye.